Darius Slade does not consider Jalen Hurts one of the league's top quarterbacks.
The elite go to the top four guys. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do elites. And like elite for me in the quarterback world is Joe Burrow, Mahomes, um, Lamar,
yeah,
and Josh Allen. Them the elites. They got their own. You know what I'm saying?
You putting Hurts.
When I did I didn't say elite, just the best quarterbacks right now in the NFL. I went
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Then I went Jalen Hurts simply because he's just coming off a Super Bowl.
thank you, Ocho, thank you. I appreciate you for at least having some common sense in this discussion. So we all know that Darius Slay is, as of right now, Jalen Hurts' former teammate because he has yet to be re-signed. We don't know if he will. He said it's either us or the Lions. But man, this is wild, and this is why I can understand people looking at Slay a little bit crazy with him doing these podcasts with people like Michael Parsons and just talking wild or talking out his feelings on his own podcast, Big Slay, whatever. When he came out and said, I didn't play, I played at least well in the wild card. You're like, bro, who cares? He fucking lost. You wear a C on your chest. That means, you think about not, but it is what it is. But this is why, the only reason I would, give him a pardon. The only valid argument I could see Slay making is if he's automatically including Hurts, but not adding him to the list because of bias. He's like, that's my guy. Of course he's number one. But if he is legitimately saying, that he's not including Hurts in that category, that's just wild, bro. Like, these are guys that, Joe Burrow this year, Hurts, we beat him. Josh Allen, last year we beat him. Lamar, this year we beat him. And Patrick Mahomes, this year we beat him. So all those guys you putting on the list, Jalen Hurts getting them dubs against them. I mean, it's wild, bro. Like, what are we even talking about here, man? Like, I get it. The argument people want to make is it's the elites, and it falls into two categories. First, we're talking about the traits, and I get that Jalen doesn't have the strongest arm. He doesn't have the pinpoint accuracy. He doesn't play in a traditional drop back offense. He doesn't typically throw wide receivers, open in the ways that these guys do in their offense. Has it mattered? Has it fucking mattered? Does this guy not have the, one of the best winning records? What is his record against the AFC? What is his record, going up head to head against these, top guys? All the guy does is win. And he's knocked for it because it doesn't traditionally look how we want it to look. Or how I should say you guys want it to look. Because I don't give a fuck. And QB1 said as much himself. All he cares about is getting the goddamn dubs. He don't care how it look in the stat sheet. Because that doesn't get you this pretty accessory known as jewelry. Known as the Super Bowl ring. Like, and then, the elite argument. Isn't all about winning at the end of the day? Joe Burrow just put up one of the finest regular seasons, we'll see. What did it earn him? Not even a trip to the postseason. Lamar just had one of the best statistical seasons, interception to TD ratio. How did that carry him into the playoffs? Josh Allen, just did the most, won the MVP. How'd that, play up against the Chiefs? It don't matter unless you win it. You win it all. Patty has done that, which is why I can see, Chad Ocho Cinco is saying that, he's number one still. I give you that. But isn't it what have you done for me lately, league? What are you doing right now in this moment? Like, I'm scratching my head trying to, see where these guys outrank Jalen. Like I said, sans Mahomes, as far as, accolades goes in the postseason. When it really matters. Crunch time. Like, we keep judging these guys based off their supposed pedigree, but where does that show up in the most important stretch in the season? The playoffs. Like, ain't nobody beating Patty if your name ain't Brady or Hurts. I mean, Burrow has done it, but he can't even get to the quantifier. The playoffs. Get into the dance. It doesn't even look like his ownership is willing to play ball. Pay, their talent, like Trey Henderson. The little number in offense to say, hey, go and do it, go and beat it. And in the argument, people saying that, Hurts has a stat team around him. Tom Brady had a defense. The year Peyton finally got a defense, he was able to push through. When he only had offense, it only carried him so far because he couldn't carry the whole damn team. That argument is silly, asinine. But your armchair all pros continue. But yeah, these guys aren't able to get over the stumbling block that is Mahomes. And if Jalen had a better defense, had a better field, to play on in Super Bowl 57, he might be having two of them things. So, these guys are the bad products of what Nick Sirianni was talking about in his opening press conference. They're Wilt Chamberlains. Those flowers are basketball all-pro. They wilting like a motherfucker. Yet, Jalen is flourishing. These guys ain't the same. And then the go-to handicap argument, crutch argument is, of course, they would, make the offense light years better. It's flawed. That is flawed. It would be a totally different offense. Like, the reason Saquon was able to go off like he did, Jalen Hurts. He makes the defense honor his running ability, which opens up the lanes for Saquon Barkley. He ain't getting 2K that way, that easy, or the way it looked easy, if Hurts ain't there being that threat. Like, the offense would be, look diametrically opposed to what it is now. So it would be one of those traditional offenses. And don't these guys have a lot of comparable talent? And yet, still, doesn't stop them from being, indefensible, like us. Then outside of Lamar, they can't do what Jalen does. And even Lamar can't. Why? Because Lamar ain't built like Jalen Hurts. The tush push would be ineffective with him. He ain't squatting 600. Yeah, he's fast as a jitterbug. Elusive, hard to catch. But he is not moving the chains like that. Like, getting them tough, yards like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. People don't consider caveats. They don't consider, looking at anything outside of stats or just pure numbers. Bro, look at the analytics. The analytics that are tied to contextual information. Don't just look at something removed from reality. And then people make the argument, Jalen has so much talent around him. He's already done this before. Go and look back at 2020. Albeit he was a rookie, but he showed that he deserved at least the right to fight for a starting job. And in 2021, he was doing it with guys like Rager. Later, I think Smitty in 2022 being a rookie. Well, not 2021, Smitty being a rookie. Guys like Quez Watkins as their number 2 option. So, bro, don't even, he's had, poor offenses around him, and he still, look good. If he had just one number one, he'd be fine. And like, every quarterback needs help. The goal is to put the best offenses around these guys. If you can't do that, then like blame it on your GM, your front office, for not having the vision, the intellect to, the wherewithal to put these guys in the places they need to be, to measure, assess, retain, develop, cut where necessary, talent, trade. Yeah. All right, and then I agree with them. The ring culture, it is dumb. There's no way in hell that Joe Flacco would be a top 15 quarterback in 2024, heading into 2025. Like, just because somebody won it doesn't mean that they're better. It's not because Jalen Hurts won it that he's better than, these guys. But it's also about the journey, him leading them there, him being a winner, him getting the job done by all means. Like, his winning pedigree, not just a pedigree, his winning pedigree. And the way he opens up the offense, the way he allows other guys to shine. I mean, think about this. His weak points, scrambling and throwing, he showed that off in the Super Bowl. Not on one time, not on one or two, but on multiple occasions. Hitting Smitty for that, first down. Hitting Saquon on that, that nice scramble downfield. I mean, just beautiful. But yet, this is the guy that they want to discredit, man. This is the guy they want to take shots at. When are you going to start judging them by the most important category? This never ends. And then you got your teammate here, which is, just perplexing to me. Like Chad said, your boy is in the elite category of winning. And that's all that really matters. But hey, it's all good. Because I know that you're not even here right now. You're here off somewhere to another video. But it's all good because I love making these videos and I love talking about the freaking stinking Philadelphia Eagles. So we'll try to do this here. But as always, it's fly Eagles fly and let's motherfucking go. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron, Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.